Once again, welcome to the new normal. I am your host, Lisa Davis, aka Litecoin Lisa. Um, Litecoin just seems to be on time with everything. Cake Wallet has made an announcement. They've added MWeb. Are we live? Yes, we are. Okay. Um, and Jonny let me know about this earlier today. He said, "Hey, let's go ahead and do a show later tonight." So we're gonna let Jonny tell us all about it. Once again, the timing is just right. The price is right for we the people. We're gonna hear all about it from Jonny Litecoin right after this. Give us a like, share the video. We'll be back with Jonny Litecoin right after this. Welcome back, Jonny. So let them have cake and MWeb too.
Yes. Great title.
Well, you gave me the information. I'm totally out of, we're packing, and I mean, we picked the most crazy time to have a significant life change. But you know, that's how the Davises roll. So thanks for the information, and I wanted to get this out to the community and kind of give them a heads up. So let us know what's happening over at Cake Wallet.
Yeah, so really exciting stuff, you guys. So if you've, obviously watched the show and, and follow Litecoin, have seen us talk about MWeb, Mimble Wimble. And up until now, it's only been available through if you run a full node. So you have to run like the Litecoin core program on a computer. And a lot of people, especially young people, they only have mobile. They only have a mobile solution, right? Only like a Litecoin enthusiast, like somebody really into Litecoin or really into crypto is going to run a full node. So now Cake Wallet, which is a mobile app, it also can work as like a browser extension on a computer, easy to download, non-custodial, obviously. They integrated it. So that's a game changer for using MWeb, because now it becomes really usable, where before, yeah, it was usable, but it limited a lot of people from accessing it. And now it opened it up to everybody with a smartphone can utilize it.
I think that is a game changer. There's so many people that I mean, whether it's kids to people in their 80s, so many people don't have access to a laptop. I mean, kids, during the Great Infection, a lot of kids, schools gave them Chromebooks or whatever, but it just really wasn't, it had limited access to things, trying to keep the kids safe, all that. But I mean, we drive around and whatever, and there's these pop-up tents with, Obama wanted everybody to have a cell phone and whatever, and pretty much everyone does have one of these things in their hand. They would never take the mark of the beast or put a chip in their hand, but they will all walk around with one of these in their hand all the time,
Yes.
and we all do.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting that the Cake. So what does that do? Is it an automatic upload? Is it something you have to add to Cake Wallet, or
Nope. It just, like, if you basically just have to update the app, that's it. And like
you do
apps,
have to upload the app?
but apps a lot of times update automatically. I mean, it's not hard. If you have an iPhone, you go to the app store, you press update, and it updates to the latest version. And then there you have MWeb. And it's really easy, has a peg in and peg out feature right there. So I guess we should explain maybe like how it works, MWeb, like what it is. It's just privacy. What does that mean? How do you do it, right? So the cool thing about it is it's optional. So you have the option to use this privacy channel through Litecoin called MWeb. It stands for Mimble Wimble Extension Block. And basically it's like It's like a pocket of transactions that go into a tunnel. And you could see what goes in and you could see what comes out of the tunnel.
When you're saying you mean the person that's doing the sending only?
No, so anybody that's analyzing the Litecoin blockchain could see these addresses pegged into MWeb.
How much they pegged in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But you can't see what happens once it's inside MWeb.
Exactly.
So if you wanted to use MWeb to transact, if you wanted privacy, it might be a good idea to say, hey, I need to send like 10 private transactions. So I'm going to send this one transaction into MWeb in this one large amount.
Yes, exactly.
And then I'm going to do all my little private transactions that then
Yes.
nobody sees
Yes, exactly.
because it's private. Then does anything come back out to my public
Only
address?
if you opt to. So you could
Okay.
stay in MWeb for life. And if you want, I mean, if MWeb gets big enough, you might not have a reason to peg out of MWeb ever if Litecoin's more widely accepted. And they're just saying, hey, we're accepting Litecoin via MWeb or with MWeb addresses, and you're sending from MWeb, you can keep it in there forever if you could use it. But there's reasons why people would want to peg back out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I mean, that should be your right, your freedom.
Right.
You might want to prove you have the assets. So you might want to peg out at some point and then go back in. And I think that's the cool thing about it is that it gives you the option of either or. Because like I said, complete privacy seems great, but then how could we use it as a tool to monitor the bad guys, right? If it was an honest monetary system and you had to settle into a transparent blockchain and you could see it, you want to be able to see that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about all the transactions. I'm just talking about like the reconciliation. Like, okay, do you really have these funds on hand? Did you misallocate funds? Like all of that stuff, right?
So it could be like the reconciled checkbook part could be on the Litecoin layer 1.
Exactly.
And then if I want to pay in cash for, a donation or a gift to my child, or I want to
Whatever,
have a
anything.
medical procedure that I don't think is anyone's business
Yeah.
or whatever, I could do that through MWeb. So and I may be totally way off. I had at one point heard, and I may have misunderstood. It was something about like you send so much into MWeb and then transactions happen and then the balance gets sent back. Am I off on that? Is that partially correct?
So when you're sending transactions or like you normally in Litecoin, it's like a UTXO blockchain. So when you send a transaction, you get like in theory like the change back. Think of like paying with $100 bill.
Okay.
It depends on that, and then you're going to get change back, and that's like the outputs that are coming back to you or whatever, right? So in MWeb, it's everything just stays private when it's in there.
So and I may be way off on this, please correct me if I'm wrong. If I send my coins, my on-chain coins into MWeb, once I'm in the pot and transacting, am I possibly not transacting? I may have that an amount staked or on the ledger, but I may not be transacting with my same coins.
Exactly.
Okay, because now it's anonymous. Now we've all mixed
Yes.
up. our
And I
coins.
would kind of like how cash is, well, exactly how cash is now.
Exactly
Like,
how cash is.
and that I think is really important. And I would think for a lot of most of your daily transactions, you'd want them to be private. You don't need
Right.
the government or somebody knowing what you're
Which
spending money on. Oh, you
which
spent
dollar
this much
bill?
at the grocery store. Why?
Yeah.
Like, who knows why they're questioning what they're questioning you on? You know what I mean?
Right.
So you'd want that private, but then I feel like if you wanted to get some type of lending, prove you have collateral, different things like that, that's a tool in business. So you're going to want to say, hey, look, I have this amount of Litecoin on this address or whatever. And you can kind of prove that you have that. I think that's important too. Or for, whatever other reason you'd want to transact back on the layer one.
That makes a lot of sense to me. So, because on layer one in blockchain, that is a physical asset that is in my possession. That is that coin, that
Yep.
address, that coin is mine. But once you put it in MWeb, it's like I have a tally on the ledger, but it can
Exactly.
be any one of those coins that I have access to
Exactly. And
spend.
the
But
best
then
thing
that
is
gives me privacy because it could
it
be
gives you
any one of them.
privacy and you can audit the system because it has to be
Oh,
exact for what went in versus what came out. And so it has you can't print more coins or do anything like that.
okay. Talk a little bit about more about that because that's a way that keeps the system honest for everyone, which we've been unable to do with fiat currency. We haven't been able to audit the system.
So
That
say there's you know 10 million Litecoins on MWeb, right?
Mhm.
And say that gives Litecoin's price, say gives Litecoin a price of like $1 billion, right? But now it's like, okay, well, there was more. How was there more money that went through than that? It keeps the system honest. You know what I mean? You could tell
Okay.
there's a system. It's not like the government where they can spend whatever, print whatever, and it's like you have no.
Omnibus printing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's. How do you know? How do you know what gets spent on what? Missing money. That. How do we really know? You know what I mean? And
That
obviously,
is really interesting. So I didn't understand that about MWeb as well. That's a significantly that's something that Bitcoin doesn't do. I don't know of any other coin that does that, that
no.
brings that
It,
kind of
it
honesty to.
It'd kind of be like a gold like repository or a silver repository if you went in there and said, okay, I'm depositing 10 ounces of gold or 100 ounces of silver or whatever with your repository.
But with blockchain auditing,
With blockchain auditing, exactly.
right.
Exactly. So that's the exciting thing. So I think it's
That's
a really useful tool because and then like, there's so many reasons like why you just don't want all your transactions tracked. It's like with your cash today, you don't want to, hey, I'm carrying thousands of dollars with me. And it's like, it's
yeah,
stupid. You know what I mean? So you want to have privacy from that aspect, but then you don't want people seeing everything you're buying for all sorts of different reasons. And it's not like, oh, it's got to be something bad. Well, think about it today with cash. Are you
right.
doing something bad every time you spend cash?
No, you just don't
Hope
want to be
not.
target, but you also just don't want somebody in your business. It's just not everybody's business. It's the same reason you wear clothes when you walk down the street. Just not everybody's business.
Not
Um,
everyone's business,
so yeah,
exactly.
that's very true. Wow. Well, that's
But really,
exciting. I feel like I learned something new. That was good.
yeah. So really exciting that it came to a mobile wallet, and I guess it's coming to Light Wallet soon as well. So that's exciting because a lot of people also use Light Wallet.
Yeah.
So Cake Wallet's a great wallet though. I have it. I like it. It works. It's really stable, which is cool. Like it's just they do a good job. So definitely recommend Cake Wallet. But yeah, it's cool. Then in the future, it'll just come to more and more wallets. But I mean, definitely shout out to Cake Wallet for getting the work done and getting it in there because it's not, especially being the first one. I mean, it's not easy, I guess, to do all these upgrades. You know, it requires obviously a lot of work and coding it and doing it all that for an easy solution for us to use, you know? So,
There have been a lot of people working during this bear market, and that's what, I think we've all been saying, or us, the fam, me, you, Westwood, Blind Dave, a lot of us in the fam have been saying, look around during the bear market and see who's here and who is looking out for you, who's still educating, who's been working behind the scenes, and see who's been building. And those are the projects to stick with. Those are the people to trust
yeah,
when everything moons. Don't go to these fly by night, you know,
meme
you're
coins.
you're yeah, you're gonna see them come in, and they're gonna promise you the moon and everything else, and you've gotta be, and, everybody is gotta make their own choices and all of that, and there will be, opportunities to be a part of every rug pull you wanna be part of, um but be smart and do your own research, but like also, I mean, I'm a very loyal girl, and I look for people that have been there during the bear market doing the work, and that's who I'm going to stick with. So
Yeah, no, 100%.
anything.
That's a good point. And definitely, like as far as projects go or coins go, I mean, we're just talking about this MWeb with now on mobile wallets with
Mhm.
Litecoin. I mean, Litecoins, there's a lot of analysis behind it, how undervalued it is. So you always want to buy value. And the fact that it's, even if it was expensive, it'd still be like, hey, cool, it's cool technology to utilize. I want to utilize the privacy. But the fact that Litecoin's cheap makes it even more advantageous in my mind, at least, or in my opinion. Um,
Mhm. Well, we
because
talked about that with Litecoin being a bridge for we the people, and that it would be there at the right time, during the time of destruction, during the time it would be a bridge or an on-ramp for we the people. And silver would be doing the same thing. And
yeah,
although we had a little run up, we saw it hit 35, it was back down to 32, I think today. And we are right there. Like right now is when we're going through this, dramatic change and everything. Um, BRICS is meeting yesterday and today, announcing their unit. We're watching all this chaos. They're going to make some big announcement about Kamala and everything. I don't know. All the drama is hitting the October surprise. I found this report that I printed. I don't know who sent this to me. I probably won't show it. Um, I don't know. Anyway, um, global trends of 2025, and I got it a few years ago, I guess. And it talks about an October surprise, and it is not Cliff High's data. Um, and I don't know, kind of freaked me out. And then it talked about leadership being key. It talks about a bricks bust up. Um,
so
it's not going to probably go how we think it's going to go. I'm
no,
just saying.
no, something's going on though for sure.
Mhm.
Like still, your silver's exciting. I just checked; it's a little over 33.50. So
Oh, good. So going back up.
going back up, but silver, like silver's exciting.
Gold hit another all-time high.
Which is exciting, even if you're like have silver and you're like, but if gold's going up, it's good for the silver price.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
of it's good. Yeah.
all of it's good. Exactly.
All of it's good, and all of it's good for we the people, I think. Yeah.
It gives us lifeboats or ways to get out of the system. You know what I mean? And it's
Mhm.
especially a precious metal. That's a cool way to you know preserve value and wealth, and It's like, oh, cash is cool, but cash loses value. It's like, think about, I've told this story before. It was the year 2004, so we're talking 20 years ago. You were like, I'm going to pretend like I disappear for 20 years. I want to take some cash and put it away, and in 20 years, I'll have it as a savings or something, right? So you took $100,000 in 2004 and you hid this cash, and you're like thinking you did the right move, right? Well, if you have it today, you have $100,000 in old notes, old
Mhm.
currency. And could you even use it? I mean, people wouldn't want to accept a large, like maybe you could spend a bill or two. If you had a lot of those bills, people would be like, I don't see money like this
I
anymore.
know. Yeah.
I don't want to take this. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
what if you bought gold or even silver?
Right.
You put that $100,000 in 2004 into gold or silver. Well, there's no problem with spending it or converting it. It's gold or silver. It doesn't lose value over time. It's a precious metal. So that's
Right.
the first advantage. And now it's worth 500,000 compared to your 100,000. So what does that tell you?
Not a bad move for sure. Yeah. So if you guys are looking for precious metals, please contact info@milesfranklin.com. Tell them like when Lisa sent you, and they will give you all their most current deals, and you can go from there. I've had several of our friends and family reach out to them lately, and they've been helping them kind of walk through what's the best choice for them and the best kind of coins. And I had some people order some silver bullets, which is appropriate for Halloween. Go kill a vampire or werewolf or whatever I don't know what they kill, something like that.
That's
But,
cool though.
yeah, I thought that was funny. So it was kind of just a crazy time. So there's lots of announcements. I've been putting stuff on Telegram for everybody. You can join the link in the description below for free. Jump in and be part of the community there. And that's just kind of all we have tonight. I just wanted to really jump on and make sure we had Johnny's announcement for sure about
Yes. Yep.
Cake Wallet and webs to download Cake Wallet. Do you have a link for that or anything, or do you get any kind of
No, because it's a
back or anything?
non-custodial wallet. So just
Okay.
go and download it. You get your seed words. Like obviously, you guys know. If you don't know, like I don't want to say obviously because there's new people that are
Mhm.
watching the show or people are just learning about crypto out there. So seed words are like the private keys. So write those down, put them in a safe place because if you lose your wallet, as long as you have those seed words, you have access to your Litecoin or
Mhm.
whatever crypto you have. So
I will ask everybody to please consider going to fill your tank with gas tomorrow. Make sure that you do a hard backup on any of your devices. Print any seed phrases that you have on paper and put them in a fireproof safe or frog wallet. If you picked up a frog wallet from us when Westwood and
those
I
were
were,
cool.
yeah, those were great because they were little fireproof, waterproof wallets. Um, and, do all the things just in case. Take a few minutes if you haven't done that already. Sooner than later. If you can't get to it till this weekend, do it this weekend. But tomorrow or today is always the best time to plant a tree or to print your seed words on paper and get them in a safe place or passwords. Also, if you have bank accounts and you do not have a paper statement proving what dollar amount you might have up to $250,000, because if there were to be some kind of outage or whatever, and you think that you are going to get those funds back, but you have no proof of how much was in that account other than what was
That's a great
digitally
point.
presented to
Yep.
you might want to take a minute and make a photocopy, a paper copy of what your statement or what your balance is currently in each um, bank account right now, tonight, or as soon as possible. Think it's a good idea. Just saying.
And we were saying too, print the the gold price and the silver price, because
Yes, another great thing. Paper
this
might be
way
your
you
best
can,
friend.
this way you can prove what the price is to somebody
Mhm.
that you might take advantage of and say, oh, silver's on a run. It's 33 or 34 or 35 an ounce. Well, what's the percentage of people that know that? So just
Yep.
print that out and,
Have a few pieces of paper, put them in a safe, put them in, a Ziploc bag in a safe, and have them in a safe place, so yes, we're anticipating some big disclosures and some big shakeups, but maybe not. Maybe it'll be another big nothing burger, you know? I don't know, but better to be safe than sorry. Be prepared, not scared. Get a little extra Tito's so you can sit
yeah.
on the couch with your phone listening to the EBS and have a great time. Who knows? Who knows? If if nothing else, you'll be able to, have a great weekend. We'll see.
Exactly.
Hit
Exactly.
that thumbs up. Thank you, Westwood. And then jump on Spaces when after this show. Go follow Clint Westwood on X, Twitter underscore Clint Westwood, all in capitals underscore. He's got Spaces running right now. And then we will be at happy hour tomorrow back here on my channel. And you can join in with the fam. So, well, thanks, Johnny. I think I'm going to go download a cake wallet.
Nice. Thanks. Thanks for having me back on, Lisa.
All right. Take care,
Thank
guys.
you
Bye.
guys.